Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is Real Outdoor Living, and right before we started, they just dropped a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. That kind of thing is absolutely unnecessary here, but appreciated all the same. Real Outdoor Living is sitting at 1,700 subscribers, which is great to see. I literally just watched one of their videos, I think an hour ago, something like that. So this channel is one that I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us many times, and pretty simple. We're a family who loves the outdoors and nature, getting back to the basics. So they're going to show us a lot of outdoor footage, as we can see. I have caught them for live streams as well, which is great. For me, we always want to support each other in as many ways as we possibly can, and live streams lend themselves to a chance to get to know people by hanging out in the chat, obviously, and having conversations, the same kind of thing we're doing here. Let's look at shorts on this channel and see that these have moved into 3,500, 3,600, one at 11,000 views, which is great. And then live streams, it's been a while since I've caught them, about a month. And the first one I think I saw was this one here. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm going to rerun this. It's very rare that my red lines are not all the way across, but we have been seeing it more and more lately. I'm not sure if that's because I switched accounts while I was letting that run at one point. But what I'll do is put it in a special playlist I've got called my catch-up list, and I did the same for your latest video as well. It's just a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators, but it's got a fun name, obviously. And that's Real Outdoor Living. So thank you again for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen here. We're going to get to spinning the wheel pretty soon. I was catching up. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA, for the share, by the way, in our group. I don't know why I forget that. Like every time lately, we got an Instagram group for the moderators where we just, if they need to get a hold of me for anything, and we kind of update each other about things we see in the YouTube streets. But I keep forgetting to drop the stream in there, and just because of that, I realized I was behind in setting up the X or Twitter and Facebook and Reddit shares. For anybody who hasn't seen them already, we have a subreddit where anybody can share their videos. You don't have to worry about trolling and spam and all that stuff because it's meant for us. And then there's a Facebook group as well. Everybody can post their videos there if you would like to. And then anybody can reach out to me anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I finally saw Canadian Family Life's family update video as well. They put it out almost a week ago, but hopefully the family is feeling better. Sometimes we're under the weather. I know what that's like. And good for Tiffany to still be able to make videos while she's feeling that way. I don't know if I would, but it's great when creators will go that extra mile. Lisa J. Stocks, I just watched one of her videos as well. She's going to help us with our finances and understanding what happens with companies like Amazon when their stocks are kind of flying all over the place lately. It's been an interesting year for finance, that's for sure, but she can help us make sense of it. So I've got quite a few names on the wheel. Scratch and Pete PA, Just Jason Keto, along with Canadian Family Life and Jesse Journals and Unboxes, are all beloved and dedicated moderators here. I always put moderators and members onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. And then I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And we will get to that in a little while from now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I find my typing getting worse lately. The less typing I do, like I'm on the computer every day, but I haven't been doing any computer programming or anything in a couple of years. And I can feel myself slipping, getting slower, making all kinds of mistakes. You can see it when I'm searching for channels, trying to type their names in the browser bar there. I make as many mistakes as anybody, I promise you. Hadgeways is here. New Times, New Beginnings is in the house. No Limits. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but you might be here for the first time, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. Mac Movement is here. They did a amazing shout out video the other day, and I really do appreciate being mentioned in that. It's on our front page now, so everybody can find that if you'd like to, and it's a recent video from Mac Movement. Yes, Nomads is here. Timmy Does Everything, of course, is in the house. Chocolate Drop, I'm not sure if I got you on the wheel yet. I got quite a few names there. Relax with Melissa is here. Happy Mac is on the wheel. Rushing Wind Mountain, yes, Ruby, I haven't got you on there yet, but I will put that on there now. Elfish Tanks, Chocolate Drop is on there, pardon me. And then Broke But Bountifully Blessed, Carol and Blessed Life Journey are both there. And I'll keep adding as I see more members and moderators here. Jules Lorraine is just dropping a super chat as well, and they've done that before, and I really do appreciate the extra generous support. I say it all the time, absolutely unnecessary, but appreciated just the same. And for that reason, we will put their channel up on the screen next. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. We're going to talk about Rob's channel in a second. He's up on the screen as Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. History Hunter Denunder, good to see you in the house. And I feel like I'm missing another channel here, but I'm uncertain. Michael's Adventures, of course, is in the house every day. He actually dropped a raid for us a couple of hours ago. He's on every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern for 2 different types of premieres and 2 series of videos, and literally every single day. But today he set the redirect for us, and I appreciate that. Of course, he's done it a million times before. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is here. JGP Jr. is also in the chat. And then Southern Fried Land is here. I'm tripping over the handles while I'm reading them, by the way. Even with my glasses, I promise you I can't see a thing. Stephen Wire is here. The Siberian Wind, I was lucky to catch them the other day, so thank you for coming in. They're a longtime friend, actually. And Have Cheetah Will View, that's a longtime friend also. Have Cheetah Will View has been connected to me for at least 5 years. That is Patrick, and he has probably done more interviews than anybody I know. Not just on YouTube, even outside. Yeah, there's JGP Jr. right there. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, but what we're looking at right now is Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. So Rob is a fellow Canadian. He's actually only a couple hours away from me. Hoping to meet up with him sometime, maybe this year. I'm not sure when he might have gotten back from a cruise. He was just on one, I thought, but he's got a couple of videos here. So he brings us travel, particularly cruising, a lot of the time. He gets involved in tons of live streams with many other creators. That's a great way to grow your channel, is to collaborate with others in any way at all. StreamYard panels and those kind of live chats give a real opportunity to grab not just supporters from each other, but some of your friends' most supportive supporters, if that makes any sense. In the meantime, in between traveling and cruising, Rob will bring us reviews of different featured items from takeout places and restaurants. In Canada, we call it takeout as opposed to takeaway. And then I recognize a lot of what I see. He actually had me go to a place, we have a pizza place called Little Caesars, and get these little pizza butter tart looking things, which I think is also a Canadian thing. But let's have a look at his latest video. I'll put that into my catch-up list. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,000 views, 2,400 on another one, and then live streams on the channel. He makes me laugh with the thumbnails there because he's very enthusiastic. But if you dig through some of these live streams, we're actually on one together just a couple of months ago. Maybe it's longer than I think, but if you dig through these, you'll find one of those. A lot of travel channels got together with a few more creators, and we were talking YouTube. But Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, Rob is doing this kind of thing all the time, so you'll likely recognize him if you haven't already very soon, if that makes any sense. Have fun in nature. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get them on the wheel, and I'll spin right now, and then we'll try to catch up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Blessed Life Journey will be next, but I want to look at Our Crafty Home. Forgive me, Jules Lorraine, I don't know why it is that I haven't yet remembered the name of the channel compared to the handle. I'm still tripping over these things ever since they switched. We did 5 years of names of channels in the chat, and then these handles came in, and I'm still tripping over them. But Our Crafty Home is another channel that's been with us many times before. I wonder if they've been with us for a year yet. I might be getting ahead of myself when I say that. I can't remember how long every single channel has been in the Superchat family, but you'll hear me mention a lot of times people have been with us for many months or a few years or any amount of time, because I want to hopefully instill, if that's the right word to use, the idea that there are people here today who will literally be not only willing, but will actually be supporting you years into the future. You know, we're here just to make friendships, but as we do that, this is exactly what happens. Your friends will always favor you, as you will likely always favor your friends. Tampa's Creek Homestead and more, I've got you on the wheel. Belt Loop 29 is also on the wheel now. I've got to not get ahead of myself here. Blessed Life Journey is coming up because I spun already. And Our Crafty Home, they dropped a super chat. That's Jules Lorraine in the chat. So thank you again. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. They've done that before. 346 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 400 we know they're thinking about. And this is a channel I'm still getting to know when we think about the variety in content. So I'm just going to read from the About section here. I won't read the whole thing, but they explore, develop, and find new ideas for content creation. They decorate their home for the seasons and love miniatures. That'll be interesting to see. So hopefully everybody will check that out. They mention a couple of the holidays there. We get an idea from the thumbnails. I mean, we just went through the Christmas season only a month ago, so there's quite a bit of that in the latest videos to see. I'm just going to grab the latest diamond painting video here. We've got a lot of friends that do some diamond painting, and we've got a lot of diamond painting channels as well. There's some shorts over here, and these have now gotten into 311 views on one, 458 on another, which is great to see. I've never seen or played the game Mahjong. I don't know why, if that's the proper way to pronounce it. I'm even unsure about that. I have been interested in it. What I have found, at least in the Toronto area, because I'm in Canada, right? Around Toronto, there are still lots of gaming lounges, like internet cafes, and I'm fascinated by them, right? And I've been to a couple of them, and I've seen a lot of them online, right? Just having a look and window shopping and all that stuff. And they often have Mahjong as a game. I'm imagining a lot of board game cafes would have that as well. There's tons of those places everywhere also. But interesting to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Our Crafty Home. That's Jules Lorraine in the chat. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And next up is Blessed Life Journey. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm just going to have a look at a channel in the background here. Try to get your name. High Plains Camper. Good to see you in the house. Looks like Steven Biz in the chat, but it's good to have you here for the first time. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We don't get to every single channel every day, but I will get to as many as I can in the next 2.5 hours or so. And the best success in this chat, first of all, comes from making friends with other creators. But when it comes to the idea of having a channel on the wheel or the screen, which I promise you are the least important parts of what we're doing, but it's based on how the chat rolls and how active everybody is in the chat. So when I pick names from the chat list to put onto the wheel and eventually onto the screen, it's always based on who's been most actively engaged. And I have a Streamlabs plugin in the background that helps keep track of all that stuff. And then, Jules Lorraine, if I remember right, I could be mistaken about this, but if I remember correctly, YouTube considers any channel under 100,000 to be a small channel. Yeah, that's YouTube themselves, right? The way they describe it. So I think that's why 100,000 is such a very exciting and important goal. I mean, they give everybody their play button. They changed those apparently as well. They used to give you a more abundant award, whereas now my understanding is they send you a smaller award, and then you could pay like $400 for the good one, if you want to put it that way. I absolutely would, but that comes down to budget. If you have 100,000 subscribers, my expectation is you will have the income and revenue from the channel to long more than pay for an award like that. But I would find it to be a shame not to have it. But that's just a personal opinion. Trini in Finland, good to see you in the house. I was wondering how to say that. Even with my glasses, my vision is not great, but I'm going to get you on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I already spun. So Blessed Life Journey came up, and this is another channel I'm still getting to know, but they say motivation quotes here. So I'm always happy to see anybody helping each other with the things they learn on YouTube. You know, we can learn a lot from each other, and I promise you, I learn from creators with channels of all sizes every single day. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos about hashtags, so this will be interesting to see. My understanding about hashtags now is that Twitter's trying to really get rid of them. So they were the ones, in my opinion, that made them popular in the first place. I've been in social media from the beginning. Not that I'm right, but these are what I believe I've seen, right? So Twitter was the one that started with the hashtags, it seemed, and then Instagram kind of put it over the top. But Twitter's gotten away from them and said, don't use them anymore. We don't need them. We don't want them. YouTube has said if we use more than 15, they will likely suppress them all. So none of them will have any effect at all. To this day, I'm unsure how much they help. I still use hashtags in everything I do. But that's just to give you an idea of my personal opinion, and then we'll leave it to everybody in the chat to talk about whether they use hashtags. Let's do a poll. If anybody hasn't seen this yet, what I'll do, and then we'll talk about the channel a little bit more. I'm just gonna show you the window that I use. This is how I keep up with the chat, sort of. I'm always behind, but you know what I mean. And then, so we click the little plus button. There's a few things you could do here. I'm gonna go to start a poll, and I'm gonna say, do you use hashtags on YouTube? Oh, if I could spell, this is what I was talking about earlier. And then just yes or no. And we'll see what everybody has to say. And I'll thank everybody for answering in the chat, because maybe we'll keep an eye on this. Maybe we'll try to remember to do this again in a few months and see if the number goes down right, of how many people are using hashtags. I'm still going to use them for a while, at least on YouTube, but we'll see. But that makes this video interesting to possibly see for everybody. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 5,000 views, 7,700, my goodness, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I just caught them for a live stream earlier. They're doing some unattended live streams at times, and these are done by a lot of creators. We used to call them silent live streams, but YouTube really got after people for just doing like black screens and nothing, happening. So a lot of creators are doing unattended live streams, and they're meant to just run, sometimes for 12 hours long, where people can kind of trickle in and connect if they want to, and this and that. It's a lot more slow paced, let's just say. And then hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. My Potato Haiti must be here. My Quiet Corner is also in the house. And Matt and Mouse, did I put you on the wheel yet? I'm not sure that I did. You have 4 to 5 hashtags per video. That makes sense. I actually put the 14 when I'm saying like that I had heard or read, but I think I read that YouTube will suppress 15 or more. I think it's more than 15, so I use 14. And I count them out. Make sure there's none in the title, none in the anywhere else. Tags, sometimes people might be inclined to put hashtags in the tag section. They're two different things. Hashtags are just what we know from Instagram and Twitter, but tags is a different thing, meant to be keywords on YouTube. I'm not sure whether there's any impact actually on using hashtags in that section, but I just wouldn't bother because I would not. I'm already putting hashtags in the description. I'd rather just use regular tags, if that makes any sense. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blessed Life Journey, and I'll be looking forward to catching more on their channel. Like I said, they're doing a lot of YouTube tutorials lately, but it looks like they're bringing us a lot of nature and maybe some variety in content. They also say cooking and vlogs along with the motivational quotes here. So let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's going to come up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I had Happy Mac on the wheel a couple of times actually. So there you go. We'll see what they've got going on. Oh, Happy Mac, forgive me, I should know this by now. So they're a supporter, but they don't have content yet. They've already got 102 subscribers, which is great to know. And it would be great if anybody here wanted to connect with them. I'm going to put this handle in the chat so you make sure you get to the right channel. But when this, if anybody wants to connect with them, what that will do is possibly even motivate them to make content. I don't want anybody to do it that doesn't want to or anything like that. I don't want to push it. But the idea is that if somebody was ever in the future inclined to make content, they would already have a head start. The first 100 subscribers, we all know what it's like to try to get there, and Happy Mac's already done it just by supporting others, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, and I will spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I think it's the first time in a while that we've seen Rushing Wind Mountain this early in a stream, so Ruby will be happy. This is a creator who's been with us for 5 years or close to it. And there's Al's Full Shelf Shop. Good to see you in the house. I caught them for a live stream the other day as well. And so thank you everybody for engaging the conversation over tags and hashtags. I do want to show everybody something. Scrow's Nest, I've got your channel on the wheel now. We'll talk about Rushing Wind Mountain in a quick second here, but I'll see if I can show everybody something for a quick second. What on earth am I talking about with tags and hashtags? Because it's a lot to take in when we're trying to start a YouTube channel. You know, I studied a lot of this before I even started, and that was almost 9 years ago. It's beyond 8 years ago now. So what I'm going to do is get to, I'll just get to one of our videos for today, and you'll get an idea of what I've got going on here. So this is our interview series. I often play clips throughout these live streams from these interviews, and actually if I go back for 1 second, you'll see there's 5 episodes so far, and then there's another one on the way. I'll play a clip from that in another moment before we take a break. So when we look at the description, this is, I can't remember if I wrote this or if I used some, oh, I think I took this right off of Rob's website. I probably took this right from their About section on Curmudgeon, Alaska, and then there's the link to their channel, and then we've got a bunch of our own links and things like that. I usually put more stuff in there, but you'll see at the bottom, in this one I've only got a few hashtags. I don't know why that is, because usually if I go over to our live streams, I'll go to the live stream that we're on right now, and you'll see at the bottom here, there's your 14 hashtags, right? So I put them at the bottom of the description always, because they're really just meant to be part of the algorithm, let's just say. And then here's our whole description on our live streams, the process we use for connecting, a couple of affiliate links at the bottom. TubeBuddy, of course, is there. Streamlabs. I literally have the t-shirt now because we've been paying for Streamlabs for 4 years or 5 years. Amazon Associates, of course, I think everybody should hop on that wants to consider it. When we dig through some of the settings, though, this is what I want to show everybody. This is your tag section here, right? So it's easier to see on a computer. And most of this could be done on a phone. But here you can add a bunch of tags, and they give you up to 500 characters. What that means is that you can put different terms in there. Like for instance, I could put Curmudge in Alaska if I wanted to. It doesn't make much sense for the algorithm for me to do that on this particular live stream, but you could, right? And then what I do is I keep lists of these as a text file on my computer, so I just copy and paste, and they're comma separated keywords. If you wanted to ask ChatGPT like I do, or any of the other systems, TubeBuddy is great for tags, obviously, but you put these in here up to 500 characters. When you start going too far, it'll stop you and it'll say you've got too much, you know, with that red thing there. And then when we head down, there's lots more settings you can use. My recommendation is to fill out almost all of this all the time. It takes a moment, but you get used to it after a little while, and that's what really puts your video in the algorithm, in the recommendation system, so YouTube knows who to put it in front of for the best chance for your thumbnail and your title to get clicked, is basically the idea there. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I'm way behind now. Hala is in the house. Good to see you here. TJ's Destinations is also in the house. And then if anybody needed me to see something specific for myself, just please 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow, because I've missed a lot in the chat there. But let's have a look at our poll as well. Do you use hashtags on YouTube? So less people than I thought are using hashtags. Or pardon me, sorry, no, I'm mistaken. More people than I thought are using hashtags. 79% of people are using them. So how useful they are or will be in the future is debatable. But most of us are going to have room in our description to put those things in there, right? I usually use one in shorts in the title. But I haven't had excessive success with shorts at all. I've got one short that was informative, and so that one keeps getting views on my personal channel, so that continues to rise, but everything else is like at best a few thousand views at the most. So yeah, I'm happy to have every view, of course, we all should be, but some of the creators here in the Tuber Chat family have gotten shorts into the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. We got a couple people with a couple over 1 million, which is great to see. So, hopefully, I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. Let's talk about Rushing Wind Mountain in another second there. Tempest Creek Homestead and more might have had a question. I see that they're talking about pardon me, they might be asking something to Pete, or they might be asking something in general, and I may be mistaken. Forgive me, because I've missed that. And then Rushing Wind Mountain. So this is Ruby I mentioned, right? And this creator is from the Pacific Northwest. We've got a few friends that are from the Pacific Northwest now. And she's got a bunch of information on the About section. This has been changed up a few times. They're bringing a mix of nature and wildlife. And videos on this channel can go literally anywhere from a minute to 12 hours long. Right? Similar for live streams, actually, and then they got lots of shorts over here as well. But when I dig through some of the thumbnails, you get an idea of some of the things they're showing us, and especially when I do these rollovers, right? And then Ruby's been with us for, like I said, probably 5 years. Shorts on this channel, you'll find some humorous moments if you go through some of the ones where you see wildlife in the thumbnails, but some of the latest shorts are the ones that are doing the best here. So this is a great example of what I was talking about. 30,000 views on one of these, 39,000 views on another. And Ruby's been putting out lots of shorts, so it's great to see it climbing like that. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then live streams, they've experimented with both the horizontal and vertical, or landscape and portrait mode when we think about live streaming. And this is what I'm talking about. See how they've got in their title here, Silent Live? A lot of creators were calling these silent live streams. This one might be silent, I'm unsure. But otherwise, they're bringing us beautiful views and then usually pleasing audio to go along with that in some sort. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain. I think I've got their latest video in that catch-up playlist I keep talking about to make sure I can get or keep caught up with the channel. And obviously Rushing Wind Mountain is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here also. So I hope everybody will connect with them, get some of their support coming back to you as well. And then Tempest Creek Homestead and more. I'm going to take a moment. Actually, what we'll do, we'll go on our break. And while we watch a clip from our interview series, I'll see if I can find that question. And then I'll answer it as soon as we get back before we take our break.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results.
Okay.
Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, I cannot leave it in there. I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. Now, a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. Not Will, because I'm so busy. And so y'all already know I got an old lady brain. So we're going to keep that right in there because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be
Mhm.
factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's a hit and miss, sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a
Right.
short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh
And I
goodness.
tried another one that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay with it because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just got to work a little harder at it.
Right.
So
Yes.
don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes. Tampus Creek Homestead and more. Forgive me, I missed that question. So if you don't mind just re-asking, and I'll try to catch it. Thank you, Mona Senior Moments. That's Mona Did What with another channel. I'm just spinning. I think I forgot to spin before we went for that clip there. We'll take a break now. We'll come back with Just Jason Keto. All right, we're just about back, and we are going to look at Just Jason Keto. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator here. Every moderator on this channel is a longtime dear friend of mine, and they're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members the same way we do here in Superchat. So, we've been here for a very long time, right? It's 5.5 years now, if you could believe that. We are literally on live stream number 911 today. And it's easy for anybody, including myself, to become complacent and get used to the idea. There's so many friends, we're saying hello to each other in the chat and things like that. But I'm hoping, especially for our friends who've been here for a long time or many times before, we have to remember, or I will appreciate it if everybody remembers and keeps at the forefront of their mind, we're always connecting with the same formula we've been using for the last 5.5 years. It's written in our live stream descriptions. It's the same way I connect with everybody outside of these live streams when I'm visiting other premieres and live stream chats. And that means connecting with another person first, doing all the things you wish they would do for your channel, and then knowing that they will turn around and do the same thing. We don't wait. We don't ask people to come to our channel. We know that after we've connected with someone, they've become a friend. That's the goal here, really. It's not subscribers. We're building friendships here. Then we'll be able to introduce them to all the people that we want to and everything else. But we want to make sure everybody gets off on the right foot. A lot of new people who haven't been to these streams before will be watching the chat, trying to figure out who knows what they're doing here, who's been here a million times before, and then they will follow those examples. And what I wish for everybody is to have the best success possible on YouTube, particularly when we're connecting with each other. Sometimes you can go into other people's live streams or premieres and they will not, the rules will be a lot more strict or tight. You know, I keep this chat pretty tight and our moderators help with that, obviously, but sometimes you can do things in other people's live streams or premieres where the host will get very upset, or the moderators can be trigger happy and start banning and timing out people and things like that. And it's very simple stuff, but we just want to remember, it's not that there's a right way or wrong way to connect. We've just been doing this exactly the same way for 5.5 years. It always works. It's very rare that YouTube takes one of my subscriptions. And you see that when I put channels on the screen, they're already subscribed in almost every case, at least if they've been on the screen before, right? So anyways, just a quick reminder. You know, I certainly don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their YouTube channels or in their YouTube journeys, but I really do want everybody to get what they want out of YouTube, and a beginning to that is getting a strong and solid foundation for your channel. It's the friendships that make that happen. So following the formula we always do, and connecting with other people, and then catching them in live streams and premieres and stuff like that is exactly how it works. Street Poet 973EO is one of the most fun names to say. I don't know how ridiculous that sounds when I say that, but it really is. Street Poet 973EO is another longtime friend. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So Tampa's Creek, Homestead, and more. I'm going to catch that in a second. Street Poet 973EO is coming up in a moment because they've dropped that super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Oki's Eden also dropped a super chat. It looks like the Groves Bargain Emporium Steph has also gifted a membership. She's done that a million times before. I think Steph did that on the last live stream or the one before that as well. I did put your channel up. I always do. I'm sure I make as many mistakes as anybody. I say that often, but I try not to miss those things. I know Steph often does that kind of thing, especially if she can't stay. She's been live streaming. You know, we don't have a schedule here, so we crash into other people's times constantly. And so I know that Steph will often come in to say hello before going live. And I appreciate all of that, of course. So Tampa's Creek, Homestead, and more. I hope I didn't miss it again. I'm looking for it. And I did get hopefully all of our members on the wheel now, except for John Together Strong. I'm going to get them on. I'm just trying to catch up, so forgive me, everybody, because we are rolling today. And I certainly do appreciate that. Of course, the thumbs up and the shares and everything contribute to this kind of thing. And I did mention Jason is a moderator. We're going to talk about his channel in a second. I think it's obvious that I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for our moderators. Tampa's Creek Homestead and More, I'm getting the feeling that your question is not coming through. I wonder if... is there a word you could be using that I might have blocked that's stopping it from coming through the chat? Because I'm scrolling back, and we can go back like 10 minutes. And I don't, I still don't see it. And forgive me for that. Yeah, that's got to be frustrating, so I don't mean to do that to you. Unless Tampa's Creek Homestead and More, if it's possible for you to message me on Instagram or anywhere else. Cove Action Travel, I think they said they've got a live stream coming up on Friday. Am I right about that? That's Chuck and Lori. I happened to catch their message on Instagram. Oh, High Plains Camper picked up that gifted membership as well, so I'm going to put them on the wheel. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I don't want to get overdue for adding a name onto the wheel from our chat list either, so I'm going to do that right now. Fairbrick Studios in the house. They constantly send friends over here. I feel like I get at least a message every week, if not more often, saying, hey, came over from Fairbricks. Because they're promoting people all the time. Cinema Max Select, good to see you in the house as well. And then let's get Yes Nomads onto the wheel right now, as promised. Live Friday evening, right after us. We're gonna raid in, of course. Now, pardon me. My work schedule keeps getting kind of jumbled all over the place. I'm hoping to keep Friday where it is. Occasionally I have to move things. I will try not to, because really going to throw a wrench into the whole weekend and everything. But if I have to move anything, I'll do it as quick as I can. Tim Mitchell, good to see you in the house. Mr. Steph is here as well. I often mention Mr. Steph when I talk about the Groves Bargain Emporium stuff. And then P&J's Homestead Adventure. Thank you for mentioning that. What I have heard from other creators is that reaching out to Team YouTube on Twitter or X is the best way to get a hold of them if you're not in the partner program and can't message through the chat. Yes, I'm praying that works. Northern Girl Hobbies, we never wish for that kind of thing to happen. I've seen it way too many times over the years, I promise you. I hope that works out. Living Large with L Crew, good to see you in the house. Tumbleweeds on Fire is here. My dear goodness, we're moving, so forgive me, everybody. I am falling behind again and again and again. Greenland Quilter Katie will come up right after the Gross Bargain Emporium stuff. And forgive me, Tampa's Creek Homestead and More. I don't know why I didn't get that message again or see it in the chat unless one of the moderators caught it, but I don't think it came through. I looked and looked and looked and looked here. And I'll keep an eye on the chat just in case one of the moderators says anything about that. And then Cinema Max Select, you're making me laugh. I will talk about swapping playlists in another... we'll talk about it right now. It's a simple arrangement. You're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for another creator. They're agreeing to run a playlist of your videos. You can imagine that by getting many other people, possibly dozens, maybe someday even hundreds of different people, to run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are going to grow up, they're going to grow and they're going to go up, if that makes sense. But as well, the reason we push it so much here in Tuber Chat, I don't facilitate, I don't get involved, I just know that it helps everybody, so we talk about it here. As you trade favors with people, you will likely build friendships. That's really what we're doing here, right? Friendships are the magic behind all of this, and your friends will always favor you the way you will favor them. This is how your watch hours grow exponentially, because your friends will be there to catch most of what you're going to come up with in the future. I'm hoping everybody's making at least 50 videos a year, right? Like one a week on average. But anywhere thereabouts is enough to make a channel grow organically, and then the things we're doing here speed that up. And you can imagine how your friends on YouTube are going to make that happen, if that makes any sense. Forgive me, everybody. I am missing a lot in the chat. So if anybody's meant for me to see something specific, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. I will try to get to it, or our moderators will hopefully catch it. Hunting and Stuff with J&J. Good to see you here. And it's true, yes, Nomads. That's the whole thing. This, forgive me, I didn't want to get into story time, but just for the sake of making the point, Tuber Chat and the way that this works was not exactly my idea, right? The way that I do these live streams is my spin on something that people were already doing. There were hundreds of grow streams, if not thousands, when we started, and some of the hosts of those grow streams are friends of mine still today, and they helped us in the very beginning, if you can imagine, if that makes any sense. But the idea of friendships is something that I knew would be the key to helping this all grow, right? Here's what's going to happen. For everybody here that becomes successful, and I hope that's everybody, I just want you to get what you want out of YouTube. Some of us think about subscribers, some of us think about revenue and things like that. But someday, right, maybe soon, when people start asking you how you did it, how did you get so many subscribers, how did you grow your channel, you will have no choice but to say, there's this channel, Tuber Chat, and you got to go there because some of my most supportive supporters came from there, and that's how we really got the push to monetization and things like that. So that's the truth about how this is expected to work. Butler Family Farm, everyone's BFF. Yes, thank you for the super chat. They've sniped the stream boss position there. I'm building quite a list, and Greenland Quilter Katie, I think, dropped a super chat for Hadgeways as well that brings us travel, so we'll get them up on the screen soon. Michael's Adventures is dropping a gifted membership as well, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. He's done more and more and more of that over the years, and I really do appreciate it. Absolutely unnecessary, of course. He's another beloved and dedicated moderator, and Make This Go Viral LLC will be happy to have picked that up for sure. So I'm not sure. I hope Tampa's Creek Homestead and More is still with us. I don't know how I missed their message there. Everyone's BFF. It is. Jerry makes me laugh, though. Okay, let's talk about channels. You guys are making me laugh too much. Just Jason Keto is up here. He's another fellow Canadian, only a couple hours away from me. We actually met up for what I think is the 4th time a couple of weeks ago, and he came down to Niagara Falls, which I was grateful for, and hung out with me and Kristen Walton for lunch, an extended lunch, and that was really, really cool. Now, Just Jason Keto on his channel is bringing us healthy eating and healthy living. I always say a keto-based diet or lifestyle. It's absolutely true, but he focuses on a proper human diet, right? And the idea is helping us make the right decisions and understand some of the things we're going to consume, right? Because we can be tricked. If you go into a grocery store or a health food store, there's lots of stuff that's marketed to keto. I see all the chocolate and peanut butter stuff that says keto on it, but it's different when we understand how the ingredients are going to affect us. And therefore, he has a lot of product reviews to help us understand those, and recipes on the channel. Literally, I think getting into hundreds of recipes now. And he's known for these chaffles, but he does plenty of other recipes that feature only a handful of ingredients. They're fast, literally easy or simple to make. And then he also does traditional product reviews, some of the things around the kitchen. Sometimes he'll do something related to YouTube, like a gimbal unboxing, or he's got a couple of GoPros and things like that. And lots of guests on the channel. Kendra was here earlier from Consume the Goodness, and she's been on his channel a couple of times at least. And he's got other creators like Matt and Mouse that have collaborated with him. He's always trying to think of new ideas for the audience. Once in a while, he'll bring us a different series of videos like over the Christmas season. Shorts over here give us a hint about healthy-looking grilling shorts that have gotten into 6,000 views and beyond. One of them on the way towards 7,000. This one's still getting views. He did a review of this barbecue a while back, and he revisits it at least once a year, knowing that that video for sure is going to get more views, and they're all going to drive each other. So one of the things we're thinking about on YouTube is we're not looking for the mistakes we're making and getting upset about those things. What we're doing is looking for the successes that we have. Some of them are hidden in the analytics. We have to read those. We have to understand. It takes a little bit of time, but once you recognize patterns, you can duplicate your own success. You can say, hey, you know what? I went on a trip and I did a hotel review video and it did really well. Okay, well, I'm going to do another hotel review video, and I'm going to do them every time I'm ever in a hotel because they seem to work for me, right? That could be anybody. Right? That's an example. Anybody could do, like, you know, you could possibly do a recipe. You could possibly do, what did I get for Christmas? What apps am I using on my phone? There's a lot of ideas. TubeBuddy is another tool I use to help with that. But YouTube has its new research. It's not new, but the research area that people can use for that kind of thing. Oh, and then Covaction Travel. Chuck and Lori might be thinking about guests on the channel also. Collaboration is always a great way to grow. I think I've said that from the beginning. And then thank you, Living Large with Elle Crew. She's a vlogger in the truest sense and does a great job. Best shuffle dancer in the Superchat family that I know of. You guys can correct me if there's anybody else, but I think Living Large with Elle Crew reigns supreme when it comes to shuffle dancing around here. Tim Mitchell, thank you for the gifted memberships. He's gifted 5 memberships. He's done that a million times before, and I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. We'll get his channel up after a few others. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And at some point, I will start to speed up when I start talking a little bit less. It's hard to believe, but it does eventually happen. The Stock Explorer, I think I said hello. I hope so. Lisa J. Stocks is still here. P&J's Homestead Adventure. I think I just watched one of their videos an hour ago as well, right while I was getting ready to start Tuber Chat. I had an early afternoon today, so I was able to get on. Big Family Expedition. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully Matthew's Bushcraft is doing well. He's a member of that family, of course. And then Just Jason Keto, pardon me, I split right in the middle of his description of his channel, but we're talking about shorts over here, and then he's found success in all forms of video, including live streams. Anita is coming back. This is another guest he's had at least twice, but I think 3 times on the channel. I could be mistaken. There's a drive stream he did actually coming to Niagara Falls. That's when he was visiting me and Kristen Welton. And we actually tried to go live together a while back. I can't remember where on earth that was. And then he otherwise is on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And he's usually talking keto, either himself or with a guest, or sometimes he does different things like a cook-along live stream or a homestead hangout. He's brought us a couple of times. Again, always thinking about new ways to engage the audience, but always bringing us informative content along the way. This creator has a second channel called It's Just Jason, and this is something he set up so that he can post anything that otherwise doesn't fit on the main channel. So kind of a cool idea. 45 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards his first 100, and then he's got shorts over here as well. Most of the content here is travel based so far. He took a trip across Canada this year, as a matter of fact. Sow and grow. There you go. History Hunter Down Under. There used to be a few different things. I was on Only Bigfoot's live stream earlier today, and they were saying, let's go, let's grow. That's something I haven't heard in a while, but Elevate with Vern, my dear friend, used to say that all the time. And then Kristen's great. Actually, yeah, she's always doing well. Actually, she dropped a new video on Sunday and we raided into that, and then she's got new content coming. She's way ahead of me all the time. She still, posts videos. Not as frequently as we'd like. I shouldn't say anything, but we might try making a video together this weekend. We always talked about the idea of either starting a channel or getting her into cooking and baking videos. And then her and I will work together on it, where obviously I'll help her film and then possibly produce. But between the two of us, we should be able to make a few things move, right? She's talented in the kitchen, cooking, baking, all of that stuff. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yes, the official taste test, of course. Who did I joke about? Bella's Whisper Farmstead I used to joke about as well, right? Because they do a taste test at the end, and all their recipes seem to turn out really well. Jason is his self-taste tester, if that makes any sense. You'll see that in his recipes. But yeah, I've shown a lot of the stuff that Kristen has made. Today she's making homemade bread and buns, like Kaiser roll looking things. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they were, but really, really cool. So I stand to benefit greatly from that. Dawn's channel, good to see you in the house. I know you're alive yesterday. Forgive me for not getting in there. I think it was yesterday. I can't remember for the life of me if it was yesterday or this afternoon. But Dawn's channel, she collaborates with the Gross Bargain Emporium stuff all the time. And yeah, bread is definitely a weakness for me. I love bread as much as anybody does. But it's one of the things we have to consider, especially with proper human diet, let's say. Street Poet 973EO has got a lot of content out here in the last while, including a couple of videos just today, which is great to see. Most of these are quite short, but if you notice, this one here that I'm rolling over, Fortnite, which I don't know why I still have not played. I have an Xbox that comes with content for Fortnite, and I still have not played it. I haven't even claimed the free content. I'm afraid so much time's gone by, it probably won't even be valid anymore. I got to take this video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, but this is a perfect video to connect with, because we're always looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, and then we watch those videos in full, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on. Street Poet 973EO says, welcome to the arcade, which is a great idea. I was lucky enough to have been there in the beginnings of Atari and Nintendo and all that stuff. I promise you, I love games as much as anybody. I just haven't been making time to play nearly enough. I've got my eye on the Grand Theft Auto 6, and when that thing comes out, oh my dear goodness, it's going to be a very expensive day. 3,600 views, 4,800 views on a couple of these shorts videos, and then live streams on the channel as well. More video gameplay here. And you can see that they're mixing up a lot of titles here. I'm assuming that a lot of these are popular, but some of them might not be as well known. I could be mistaken about that. Like Cult of the Lamb, this might be the first time I'm hearing of that game. I could be mistaken. Of course, we got quite a few gaming channels in the TuberChat family. Fortnite obviously is huge. Anything Disney. Need for Speed I've played a million times with my son growing up. We used to do a lot of that. And then Street Poet 973EO, thank you for the super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. They've been a longtime friend, and it's great to see you again today. And then Okies Eden's coming up for the same reason. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Okay, let's do two things here. I'm going to do another poll. I'll just do this one quickly. What on earth was I just about to say? I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh, TV format. Thank you, Chuck and Lori. Let's start a poll. Have you watched YouTube on TV? I'm just curious how many people here are watching YouTube on TV or have watched YouTube on TV, because I have watched it on TV a lot, where usually like you got the phone in the hand, so you're running both because you're watching the TV and then chatting with the phone. But I'm just curious about that. And then when we think about video games, I'll say something right now that'll probably make a lot of people mad. I promise you, I was there when Atari came out. I never had one. And forgive me, I won't get into a long story. My grandmother offered me at, I don't know if I was 8 years old or 10 years old or whatever it was. I was already shoveling snow and cutting lawns for people for money, right? And my parents gave me an allowance, $5 a week I was making. So my grandmother said, if you can save half the money, which would have been 100 Canadian dollars at the time, she'll give me the other half for the Atari, but she wasn't going to buy it for me, right? And I couldn't do it. I mean, you know, at 10 years old, I just want candy and to play Pac-Man in the arcade or whatever. But I was there. Some friends had Ataris. And then later I bought myself a Nintendo with my first full-time summer job when I was 15, if I remember right. Anyway, so this is what I say to people all the time. Even though we think Atari was the best back in the day, if you today were to go back and play some Atari games and play Super Mario on Nintendo right after, you'd say, no, Atari was not the best. Nintendo was the best. Super Mario, I could still play today. That's a game that lives on forever after. I still love 2D platformer games to this day. I really didn't like a lot of 3D until Grand Theft Auto came out, and I have given Rockstar way too much money. I was explaining this. I literally buy a new Xbox every time one comes out just for Grand Theft Auto. I did it again this time and have barely used the thing or played the thing, but I refuse to not have one. First world problem, of course, right? And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the story time to a minimum. Patrick, he's been known me way too long, and how these stories can literally go on for extended periods. 2600 will always be a legend. I don't have one of the mini ones. I did go through the whole like mini console craze for a while, so I have the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Sega, and my justification for those was because I could do reviews. As a matter of fact, my Xbox, I did a review, and that's one of my better performing videos. So I will always do that, right? Phones and stuff I never have any luck with. I review the phones when I get them, and then, you know, they don't move. But the video games did a little bit. Actually, one of the Nintendos, I bought a TV to do the Nintendo reviews, and I dropped the TV on the floor, so I didn't finish the video, and then I had to get another TV, just a small one, 24-inch, but still. And then I think I have the PlayStation one. But then I stopped. I stopped with that for a while. I was just explaining the hen house to somebody this week. I work with somebody who's, I don't know, a decade younger than me. And I was explaining that I used to rent Nintendo and rent games for the weekend. And my father used to work at a place called Canadian Tire. And it's a big, huge chain in Canada. And they used to rent VCRs. So on long weekends, we would visit people or they would visit us. And my dad would rent the VCR and rent a couple of movies. And that would be like our big thing. And then Covaction Travel is asking about creating with a big screen in mind, and then is motion blur important? I wonder about that for everybody in the chat, because to be honest with you, it's something I haven't considered. I always film in 4K. Me personally, I even from the iPhone 4S, which is where I started, if I remember right, I've always filmed in 4K. And then if I'm using something that forces 1080p, like the video games, for instance, right? I make a PNG file of one dot, and I just put it somewhere near the end of a video. Nobody's going to notice it. And fake the 4K so that I can post as a 4K video. Some of the technologies out there just don't allow for 4K, truly. And I mean, we're already moving into 8K and I think 16K and all this stuff now. But I wonder about that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll be interested to know if anybody has anything to say about that specifically when we're thinking about video quality. And then if I'm getting that wrong, just please clarify, Covaction. Lakeside Laura, good to see you in the house there. Remember, I've got them on the wheel. Ghost Tech Gaming, good to see you here also. Jen Palazzo's here from South Florida. That's Palazzo Place. And Oki's Eden is up on the screen. So this creator's bringing us a mix of homesteading. Well, it is homesteading. A mix of outdoor, gardening, and growing of food is what I've seen the most here. Or recipes from this creator. They do a really thorough job too. And this is a truly dynamic creator. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They do a really good job of going through their personal process for the different things they do, whether they're cooking ribs in a slow cooker like this, or if they're outside creating their own composting method. So it's great because I see a lot of our homesteading friends, probably all of them, with a similar generosity at the forefront of their mind, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other naturally, and then now they do that with YouTube, right? Shorts on this channel, 2,400, 3,500, which is great to see. I think some of those are new, if I'm not mistaken, or did you remove some? And then this creator is doing quite a bit of live streaming. When did I last catch you live? I thought I caught you live 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so they're doing a ton of this. Look at how many live streams they've done. And then they've got one coming up in a couple of days, Friday. So we'll be looking forward to that, 7 p.m. I think we'll be on at that time, but they might be on. They tend to do shorter live streams, but if they're on for an hour or longer, we'll see. And then if we're right, or if the schedule stays, what we're going to do is on Friday, we're going to raid into Covaction. Chuck and Lori will do a live stream. They do those every week or two, I think. The Gross Bargain Emporium is coming up, Steph and Mr. Steph. But Oki's Eden, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that a million times before, even though it's unnecessary. And the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is coming up because she gifted a membership. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, that's interesting, Canadian Family Life, preferring the phone. But I understand. That's true. Yes, you can spend all the money you ever want on fancy equipment, but most people can't tell the difference. So there is something to be said for quality, right? However, YouTube is YouTube. So it depends on what we're trying to present, of course. But yeah, I am a fan of, we use the best, all we have to do is the best we can with what we have today. But going to the store and buying a $5,000 camera isn't going to make tomorrow's video any better than yesterday's video, right? We move in usually steps. It's not the camera that does it. There's a lot to learn about that kind of stuff. I actually dread the learning curve. One of these days I aspire to have cinematic cameras and I window shop for them all the time, but I'm like, oh, now I gotta learn framing and composition and, you know, all this kind of stuff. Whereas I've got a video, my highest performing personal videos over 90,000 views. I haven't checked lately a couple of the channels I used to run for other people. I'm sure I have one video that I've produced over 1 million views now, but there could be more, and I'll see soon enough. But we're literally talking about hundreds of thousands of views on videos that were filmed with an iPhone 4S or an iPhone 11 or an iPhone 12 mini. That's all I've used. I used a Samsung Galaxy 24 for a very brief period, and I use a Solana Seeker occasionally now. I haven't really made much with it, but this is what I'm talking about. And yeah, for the most part, most people don't know. I mean, my best performing video is still full of mistakes. It was full of mistakes, and I cut a couple mistakes out of it, and it still got mistakes in it. So it's up to our intentions when equipment is going to become important. And then again, it's easy for me to say because I have been on for 8 years now. I'm coming up on 9 years, as a matter of fact, and I've acquired some equipment over that time by learning from other creators. I follow a lot of big channels. Nick Nimmin and his brother D were on live the other day, and pardon me, I was really lucky to catch that, but happy that I did. I've been following them all this time. So we just have to decide. You know, I really do. I said it 1 million times, but I really do just want everybody to get what they want out of YouTube. And nice equipment is nice, you know, when it's time, and if we can afford it, it's wonderful. But it's not essential to get started. And then one of the things I used to talk about was the idea that hopefully, for most people who are thinking in this mindset, you'll build your YouTube channel, and the revenue from the YouTube channel will fund the things that you need to continue to grow. You know what I mean? So you could basically say the cameras are paid for, the lighting is paid for, and things like that. I can even show you right now. So I got this remote control in my hand for a couple of lights that I've got right in front of me. And these are not expensive lights, but you can see when I turn them on and turn them off, if they want to turn back on, it changes the light around me. So while it's not essential, it does help things look a tiny bit better. It's not like I have great lighting in here, but you know, I say 1 million times, me on the screen is the least important part of what we're doing here. It's all about the friendships everybody's making in the chat. Whistle Stop Homestead, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I've got a few more channels to get through, but we will put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Gaming and Live Stream. Kid Wonder has been with me for over 6 years and has been so supportive to me and to us in the creation of this channel. Back then, he was the first creator featured out of the Superchat family, and he featured on episode number 2, if you can imagine that. And then, yeah, pardon me, Jen Palazzo, evergreen content. Absolutely, when possible, we want to create things that people can watch years into the future. Yeah, there's lots of people using phones. Well, I mean, iPhone, I haven't looked up the numbers lately for the percentage of users on iPhone, but I thought it was always like 10%, at the most 20%. Most people are using Android, as far as I understand. And then do a lot of views pay? Michael's Adventures is asking, I'm assuming what you mean is if you have a video with like 100,000 views, is it going to pay? That comes down to your CPM, how much money you're making per mile or per 1,000 views. And the average on YouTube can go anywhere from $2 to $10. Some creators can have higher than that. But let's just say, so if you had 100,000 views and you made $5 per 1,000 views, that would be $500 for the lifetime of that video. So it's not like you make $500 a month from it, and it's not like you got that $500 all at once. Usually what happens is the views go up like this. So you might make, $20 the first month, $30 the next month, $40 the next month, depending. And then they go up and down and things like that. But that's literally what we're talking about, right? So everybody can look in the analytics and see what your CPM rate is on average. And then you get the idea as well. Some videos might have a better or higher CPM than others. And you'll have to look in the analytics to see what on earth I'm talking about. But then you can say to yourself, oh, when I make a video that is a product review of an Xbox, the CPM might be higher than when I make a review of a GoPro holder for my phone, or for my car or something like that. If that makes any sense, what I'm saying. You might decide to make more videos of a certain type because they are paying better. However, most of us here in the Tuber Chat family are going to find that the bulk of your revenue in the first, let's say, couple of years or up to the first tens of thousands of subscribers, most of your revenue is going to come from super chats and memberships and other streams of income. Ad money is probably going to be the lowest portion. It is for almost everybody I've heard of that I can think of. Sponsorships and all kinds of like Amazon affiliate money outdoes ads. That's half the reason I took the ads off of the Tuber Chat live streams, for the tiny amount of revenue that's going to come in from ads on Tuber Chat live streams. We don't get a lot of replays. I don't ask for them. I wouldn't expect anybody to watch this for 3 hours afterwards. You could, but this community gets much more value out of being able to come in and out very fast. Whereas if on most other channels people want as much ad revenue as possible, I would understand that also, right? But everybody can see we got enough super chats and memberships to way overtake any ad money that was going to come in anyway. And then, so an SLR camera, a GoPro, and an Osmo. I also have a GoPro. I got a GoPro 12. But I still use the phone for almost everything. And then, oh, that's interesting, Covaction Travel. That's really interesting for me to know. With a Sony a6700. Not that I exactly know every single model. I'm more of a Canon fan, but I don't own any. So it's easy for me to say that. I'm becoming more partial to Sony because I'm hearing more about them. But to know that a DJI Pocket 3 is used more often by you is interesting. Controversial Cruising is here. I think we saw Vintage Style by Joe. Edna's World is also in the house. And Edna's World is one of the guests that joined me for our interview series, those extremely informative videos that I put on the screen earlier today. I'll play a clip from her in about 5 minutes when we go or get ready for our next break. And there you go. Yeah, Whistle Stop Homestead. I mean, you know what? If Kristen Welton didn't give me, she got me the iPhone 11 as a gift. I forget if it was for my birthday or probably Christmas. We've been together 10 years now, so I just forget, the actual holidays, what came on what day, but, we always do that kind of thing. If it wasn't for her making me upgrade, I wouldn't have upgraded. As it is now, I'm still using the iPhone 11. And then Ghost Tech Gaming, still using the tripod, which is great. I use it every day. I just packed mine away today because I got to go away for work tomorrow for the night, and I took it with me because I'm going to try to do a hotel review while I'm there. But I use those best stands I've ever touched. And that includes other people's equipment, because I got lots of YouTuber friends and, several outside of the Tuber Chat family as well. Best stands I've seen. I have product reviews for 2 of them on my personal channel, and the company used my video as their Amazon video as well. I talked about that before. These are extra bonuses we can have happen to give us extra views, if that makes any sense. Mariana Latrini is here. Mr. Fulton Miraz is in the house. That's a longtime friend. He's been with me for 6 years as well. Thank you for the update, and then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph. So she gifted a membership earlier, and she's done that a million times before. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. I know the recipients of our gifted memberships are always happy to have them as well. The Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is interesting, and we saw Mr. Steph in the chat too. He's always right there with her, and I'm so excited about that kind of thing. I like hearing or seeing, but hearing stories about husbands and wives, or cousins, or brothers and sisters, or in real life friends and family of any kind supporting each other and going above and beyond to support. Makes me like extra happy, right? I'm sure it does for all of us. But the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph has a few videos here on the front of the channel. These are more random than anything, along with the shorts as well. Lots of creators are doing this kind of thing. Oh, look at this. There's a new button. This is the first time I'm seeing that. A button specifically for members only, shorts. Was I... Oh, no. Okay, yes, I'm not a member on the channel. I was just wondering to myself, this is what happens when somebody clicks on one and they're not a member. There's that plugin I was talking about the other day. I wondered about that. I'm like, I couldn't have been gifted a membership. I can't imagine. But this creator, what I do with memberships, by the way, everybody sees this channel gets a significant amount of that stuff, and I certainly do appreciate it. So I have memberships on all of my moderators' channels, those who offer memberships, but I don't have memberships on any other channels. That way, nobody could be upset and say, you know, like, oh, Superchat, he doesn't like me as much as he likes them. That's not true at all. What I do is I try to spread the love. I give not every single cent, but most back, or a lot back of whatever comes in. I've never calculated it between super chats and memberships, gifting memberships. That was one of the best features YouTube ever came out with, in my opinion. The ability to gift a membership on a channel without having to be a member on the channel. That was like, whoever came up with that was brilliant. But also super chats and things like that. And then that way, everything, you know, can feel as fair as possible, at least in my opinion. So this is really interesting. I'm seeing that feature for the first time. Now, Steph, though, has shorts on the channel featuring, like I said, a lot of variety and content. Lots of outdoor footage here, getting into 1,200 views, 1,300 on one. Live streams are where the magic happens on this channel. Now, here they are together, Mr. Steph and the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph. And what she's doing on this channel, my dear goodness, all the live streams, she sets these up in advance, which I think is a great thing. I'm a big fan of setting up content far in advance for premieres and live streams so they can sit in the algorithm. Here she is with Dawn's channel, and these two creators get together often. But either way, what Steph's Bargain Emporium, or the Grove's Bargain Emporium Steph is doing here are live auction style sales. So what she'll do is put items on the screen and everybody in the chat can bid, and then she arranges shipping and all that stuff with everybody. New platforms are coming out for this. I can never remember what the one is on Solana Seeker. I got to look at this thing and write it down one of these days. But Whatnot is a popular app that has gained a lot of traction over the last couple of years. Some of our friends are on it already, but it's interesting to see. We've got lots of friends like the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph who had the foresight to get into this kind of thing long before. So the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is on right now. I don't know if she's still going to be on 2.5 hours from now, but we can look. And if the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is on, maybe we can read in there. But thank you again, just in case she happens to be listening or Mr. Steph is still here. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. She gifted a membership. She's done that kind of thing a million times before, and so has Greenland Quilter Katie. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then the source is in the house. I wonder about when you said talk radio, I just watched a video before I started here. Like, it might have been the last video that I watched before Tuber Chat today, on the source. I wonder if they're expecting to do a podcast style idea. I'm unsure. And then Globee's Travels, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then forgive me, I miss a lot that goes on in the chat. So if anybody means for me to see something specifically, I know I just said it, but those 3 thumbs up or at mentioning really does help. And then anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And try to stop screaming at the camera too. I don't know what's going on with me today. Some of us who live stream tend to raise our voice or like yell at the camera, and I've been just out of control since the beginning today. Greenland Quilter Katie is up on the screen right now. This creator is going to give us a beautiful look around Greenland and obviously talk a lot of quilting, but she's got a podcast on the channel as well, and this creator will occasionally think of different ideas for the audience, like a shopping series she did last Christmas. And then when she started coming into the Tuber Chat family just under a year and a half ago, this creator was giving us these beautiful water-based views around Greenland, breathtaking views, mountains, glaciers, icebergs, things like that. This creator as well has got shorts, and these give us even more of a look around Greenland. Lots of outdoor footage here, a mix of just about everything. Some of these now have gotten into 2,900, 3,200 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. This creator live streams frequently also, and I'm just going to put her notification on. She's got one coming up in an hour, so she'll be on in a little while. If Steph's not on after, then we'll look for Greenland Quilter Katie. And Greenland Quilter Katie is going to have conversation on the channel. She's always got a panel full of friends, and they're always talking and having a good time. Like most creators, lots of live streams can start with a theme or an idea. They're on a challenge right now, day 28 it looks like, right? 28-day sewing. Day 8 of the 28-day sewing challenge. These live streams, the conversation can go anywhere once they get started, right? So it's great to see these people collaborating with each other. It's a great way to grow rapidly. And then that'll be cool. Greenland Quilter Katie, a trip to Denmark. Garden State Gardener, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's a creator who connects a lot of people together. Jeremy D-Day's been with me for probably 6 years. And then, it is difficult to keep up with the chat. That's why I'm behind and I miss so much, truly. But, I try to catch as much as I can. Tampa's Creek, unfortunately, I missed what they were asking. I have a feeling their message got blocked in the chat. I keep the chat here probably way too tight, actually. Hadgeways is coming up. Greenland Quilter Katie, thank you for the gifted membership, by the way. Thank you again, Steph and Mr. Steph, if you're still there. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen. Then we'll get to spinning the wheel soon. It will go faster. We've already been on for an hour and a half. We still got an hour and a half to go. We'll get to more channels as time goes on. I'll get to as many channels as I can in the next hour and a half. Hadgeways, though, was promoted by Greenland Quilter Katie because they dropped a super chat so that we would look at this channel. What that tells me is that Hadgeways has had impact on Greenland Quilter Katie in some way, shape, or form, either as a supporter or with impressive content, but I know it's got to be a combination of both, because Hadgeways has been with us a long time now as well. I'm not sure if it's a couple of years, but it might be. 3,200 subscribers, which is great to see, and they're actually on their way towards 3,300. This creator is going to bring us a lot of travel. And you can tell from the thumbnails, obviously, where they're bringing us more often than anywhere else. But they tend to do a lot of live streaming as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a perfect video to connect with them with. At 9 minutes. It's much longer than the 3 minutes I keep talking about, but not too long that you're not able to connect with other people. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Shorts on this channel feature more of the same, a little bit more variety, I would say, though, getting into 1,400, 1,600, 1,700 views, and then live streams on the channel. I've caught them many times. It's been a long time. I didn't realize you weren't live streaming here lately. I think Hadgeways has another channel, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So pardon me for that. And there you go. Yeah, so Greenland Quilter Katie says they support on the live streams all the time, and she's watched lots of their videos as well. And then Sarah Prestwood, good to see you in the house. I just watched one of her videos before we started today. Home by Design with Marilyn is in the house. I think did I share a video for you today, or do I have one coming up? I think I do my community post shares in advance. But I was doing a lot of that because I got to be away from the computer a little bit more over the next 2 days than usual. And then Hadgeways, hopefully everybody will connect with, like I said, on the way or on the road towards 3,300 subscribers, and they give you an idea of the travel that they're bringing in their About section, and they're monetized. Let's see what's happening with everybody's BFF, Butler Family Farm. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. There's Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. Forgive me, I know I asked and I didn't catch it. I have a feeling your question didn't come through in the chat. I have a feeling you might have typed something and it didn't actually show up. I'm unsure. Oh, my pen and pencil. I might have Butler Family Farm. I looked in my storage the other day, and if you remember, well, you see in the clips that I play all the time, that desk that's behind me, now I'm facing it. But when I moved out of the office and brought it home, I had to take everything off of it, and I've got a couple boxes of all the stuff from the office. And I just looked at one the other day. It was freezing. It was like minus 15 out, so I wasn't spending an extra minute in the storage than I need to. But there was a bunch of stuff in there, and I wonder if that is, I saw the box where it probably is. What Butler Family Farm is talking about, he does some incredible woodworking in the shop. It's a small aspect of what they do on the channel, and you'll see it if you dig through the content. I often recommend that people look for some of that content when you're on this channel, because Jerry does really remarkable work. But he literally sent me a pen and pencil set, which I showed to everybody on Tuber Chat at least once, made from wood, if you can believe that. Now, the only reason I understand that, when I was in school, we were lucky enough to have a wood shop. I was able to see, we were able to do some woodworking, including with a lathe, which is the tool that lets the wood spin while you chisel away, and this is how they make it into a cylinder, let's just say. You'll get an idea of what I'm talking about on Butler Family Farm's channel there. And then it's not pizza night today, no. Tomorrow will probably be pizza night because I have to be away. And that's my big excuse to always get a ridiculously sized pizza and eat it like the whole day. But we'll see. Oh, and that's cool. The hen house just got honey from the bees this week, which is great to know. I'm actually out of honey. I got to go find some local honey again. I keep getting flavored stuff, and then I don't like it. And I got to stop that. I got to just get plain, natural, local honey. And try to have a little bit of that every day. Michael's Adventures got me into that, actually. And then Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now. Everybody's BFF. This is actually, I keep saying Jerry, but it's Jerry and Susan together. They share the camera work on this channel. They've been married 41 years. We came to know because they did their anniversary stream a while back. And these creators actually live stream every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. It could be Jerry and Susan together themselves, or they might have friends on a panel, or they might be out. They will take us to meetups of all sizes, sometimes little groups, sometimes, larger groups as well. And I've been on their channel a few times with them. But they're on regularly, like I said, Mondays. You'll always meet more friends over there. They've got one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. They rival those of the Stock Explorer or Scratch and PPA. It's very exciting. And Butler Family Farm is otherwise going to bring us homesteading style content on their 116 acres. They bring us all around the property. They show us what it takes to look after everything. They make tools when they need them. They collaborate with other farmers when they need to. And they've got lots of livestock to share, including bees and koi and cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and more. And then they'll bring us indoors as well for a lot of cooking, a lot of canning, a lot of prepping, and that kind of idea that we would expect from our homesteading friends. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 12,000 views on a couple of them, then one at 54,000. And then Butler Family Farm talks about promotions, the YouTube promotions in the YouTube studio. I know more and more creators are starting to experiment with that. I like to just denote the fact that I will not be. I don't expect that I'm going to use YouTube promotions ever on any channel, but it is a legitimate way to gain subscribers quickly with paid advertising. So Butler Family Farm will share information on that. They actually do some live streaming with BeltLoop29 to talk about the process. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm, and you can see this channel's gone from under 10,000 to over 136,000 now. So it shows you how that promotion system works out. And then yeah, I'm unsure. Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. It might be like a word like subscribe or something like that. The reason why I have a lot of extra words blocked in the chat is because the early days of these growth streams, people like even still today can get very upset and uptight about some of the language used. It is absolutely forbidden on YouTube to subscribe to a channel just because they subscribe to yours, or to watch somebody's video just because they watch yours. So obviously when I talk so much about the idea of the friendships that we're making, first of all, it's absolutely true. That's what drives this whole thing. But this is what we're after, building friendships, not specifically just talking about subscribers. So I block a lot of the typical words in the chat, like, and please don't try, but you shouldn't be able to use the word subscribe or subscribed or subscriber and things like that, because we don't want people who haven't seen this yet to come in and just start being like, oh, subscribe to me, and all that kind of thing, because we know that that kind of thing happens. So, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And thank you again, Butler Family Farm, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Hopefully I've not missed any. Michael's Adventures is going to come up next. He gifted a membership earlier. I'm not sure if Edna's World is still with us in the chat right now, but I mentioned earlier she joined me for one of those conversations in a video that is now on the Tuber Chat channel. We talked for over an hour. These are really informative because unlike the Tuber Chat live streams, when I talk to these creators, I ask for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. And the idea is to get information from them about what they think we need to hear. They've been through all the things we're going through. They're still going through them today. Thank you, Driving Daily, for the super chat, by the way. I was glad to catch you today on your other channel. Driving Daily will be up right after Foraging and Urban Farming. For the same reason, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel soon enough, I'm sure. Nesh and Antoinette, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And the idea of the video series that I'm talking about, we'll watch this right now, is to find out what these creators have to say about how we can get 10,000 subscribers or more on our YouTube channels. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What did you put? You know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you, you have an interest in this particular topic.
Okay, forgive me, everyone. I just need another second here. My dear goodness, are we flying today? And I certainly do appreciate it, but I am way behind. Just trying to catch up the chat and clean up the wheel a little bit. I try to do that during the breaks. We can't get to every channel, obviously in 3 hours. Josephine Cowley, good to see you here. Desert Living is in the house. Mariana Latrinia, thank you for the super chat, by the way. I've got your channel ready to go. And we're looking at Michael's Adventures right now. Now, this is another beloved and dedicated moderator, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now long over 8 years on YouTube. And again, forgive me, I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And Matt and Mouse, yeah, I might have... I am struggling today. We are moving way faster than I would have expected. It has been a remarkable show. So thank you, everyone. Lots of people call their live stream shows. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I haven't until recently, but I think it's just because I've been listening to more. One of the guys I follow on Crypto Banter, is a channel I follow, and one of the creators that's a part of that, he often is like, okay, everybody, big show today. We got a huge, massive show for you today. And I think I just have it in my head when I'm talking about this. So, enough nonsense. Michael's Adventures is up on the screen. This creator, like I said, premieres twice a day, every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. He has been with us from the beginning, 5.5 years basically. This creator brings a mix of wildlife and outdoor footage. Sometimes he goes out for a walk and talk style video, stories to be told. We get to learn about the creator. He's got lots of furry friends that come to visit, between deer, opossums, foxes, raccoons. He does some bird watching as well. Once in a while, he brings different content onto the channel, more variety, thinking about the idea of lottery scratch tickets or a slot game that's played on a tablet or a phone, and more outdoor footage we see in the shorts on the channel. These have gotten now into 1,800, 6,300 views. But you can see Michael's Adventures over the years has amassed over 4,600 videos and shorts together. Has not live streamed yet, if you can imagine. And hopefully everybody will connect with him. All of our moderators will allow you or encourage you to meet more friends when you're in their premieres and live streams. And Michael's Adventures tries to be with us every single day, for which I'm grateful. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I'm trying to catch this channel. I think I got it now. Forgive me, I might not have said thank you. They dropped a super chat. I might have missed it completely. But I want to make sure we got a chance to look at the channel. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away. And yes, Tim Mitchell, I love the nonsense. I really do. Like story time, it doesn't stop for me. We'll get off YouTube and then I'll go and talk to Kristen Welton about whatever's on my mind about YouTube and everything else. I missed Tim Mitchell this week on Tuesday. You were way early, way early. And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't catch that one. History Hunter Denunder has got 1,200 subscribers. Are actually on the way towards 1,300 now, which is great to see. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got quite a bit of information on the About section, obviously from Australia. And this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've been putting out quite a few music videos lately, but I'm just going to take the latest one, put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. One of the things I like about putting on the channels or putting channels on the screen here is that over time I get to know the channels, and then over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, watching videos, I get to know the content. Again, anybody can reach out anytime. I'm always happy to get to know creators as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. This channel has got some shorts, looks like more of a variety in content here, getting into 1,600, 2,000, even 3,100 views on one of these, which is great. And then live streams. Some of these are pretty lengthy, so my assumption is some of these are those unattended live streams that I'm talking about, where people are able to come in and connect if they want to, a little bit more slow-paced and laid back, we could say. Tim Mitchell next is coming up. So History 100 and under, forgive me if I hope they're still here. I might have missed their super chat completely, so they might have gone before they got a chance to hear me acknowledge it. And then Relax with Melissa, thank you so much. She's often here while she's working, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I certainly don't expect any time from anybody, but I know a lot of friends make extra effort to try to be here, and I appreciate that. We've got friends that run the stream in the background, and even if you're just coming by to give a quick hello or thumbs up, I appreciate that as well. CraftyWitch232 is coming onto the wheel also. She's another member. She's on every night, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we've still got another hour. So History 100 and under, thank you so much. I'm sorry that I missed that earlier, but I'm glad we got a chance to look at your channel. And then Tim Mitchell is up here right now. This creator actually produces videos and live streams for 2 other channels. This is his own. We're going to talk about all 3 of them. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Trini in Finland, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. We're usually here every 3 days. We're expecting to be back Friday night, right before Covaction Travel. And then on Sunday, right before Jesse Journals and Unboxes, we're going to do a really early one at noon Eastern. Tim Mitchell's up on the screen right now. This creator is bringing a bit of outdoor content and a lot of dash cam footage, as a matter of fact. Some of the shorts for these have done well. 1,500, 1,600, 1,900 views. Tim Mitchell tends to go live every Tuesday, and the times can vary, but he's usually on the road. He'll still keep up with the chat while he's able to do these. I'm lucky to be able to catch them occasionally, but this creator as well produces videos for a couple of other channels. So Chef CV is cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And these 2 creators have been together for, I forget how long. Now, I keep mentioning the video where she talked about it all. I forget how long it's been. But they had met decades ago, long time ago. And it's interesting. It might be more interesting to me because I remember the days that Chef Stevie talks about in that video. I'm looking for the video now. It was 6 months ago or so. I'll show you the thumbnail so you can watch it if you want to. I always enjoy stories like this. So here we go. You asked, so here's our story. And this is Chef CV and Tim Mitchell. But these creators, Tim Mitchell's producing the videos and live streams here. Chef CV is going to help us navigate the kitchen. And you see the glorious colorful wheel in the background there. That's extra special on this channel. I'll talk about that in a second. She's going to help us with interesting meals and dishes, but a lot of talk about the kitchen itself, the appliances we're going to find, the bakeware, the cookware, the tools, things like that. Shorts on this channel. You get another look at that wheel for a second. These have started to really move. We remember the days when only one of the 2 channels had a short at 1,000 views, but plenty of these, well over 1,200, 1,300, 1,500 on one, which is great to see. And then live streams. Now, Chef CV is live every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And what they're doing here is the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune. Once in a while, they do an extra live stream, like they did this one with sugar-free cheesecake that was a collaboration with a few other creators. But typically what happens in their live streams on Sundays is the audience is able to help contribute ingredients that end up on the mystery wheel of misfortune, and then Chef Stevie's going to spin and be all but forced to make the different combinations that come out. Oh, February 8th. Yeah, see, this one I missed. That one was like actually beyond my bedtime. I'm up before 5 every day Eastern now, so 9 o'clock is like my cutoff. I wish I wasn't the kind of person that has to have 8 hours of sleep, but I'm a zombie if I don't have it. So we don't wish that. But I catch them when I can. And then let's have a look at the other channel. It is called the Official Off-Topic Squirrel. Now, the whole reason we're looking at these right this second is Tim Mitchell gifted 5 memberships again. He's done it a million times before. Literally responsible for, over the course of many months, not dozens, hundreds of memberships. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. I know I say it all the time, but it is absolutely true. The Official Off-Topic Squirrel is a complimentary channel. This is where we're going to get more of a behind-the-scenes look at Chef Stevie in different adventures. She might take us bowling. She might take us outdoors. They've got a new series of videos here just started. And then more shorts that give us a lot more outdoor footage and other things, getting into 1,200, 1,500 views. Nice to see both channels moving together. This one here is working on 200 subscribers. And this is where they play Cards Against Humanity on the first Saturday of every month. I was lucky because I did catch this one. I was driving at the time I was listening, but my dear goodness, some of the answers I hear Chef Stevie reading off from the chat. I have played Cards Against Humanity more than once in life, and I understand how fun that game can be. So, thank you again, Tim Mitchell, for the gifted memberships. Again, absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. And he's done it time and time again. Trini in Finland, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Whistle Stop Homestead is coming up for the same reason right now. This is, I think, the longest we've been before getting into... Desert Living 2 is talking about AI content. They're dropping a super chat right now. Also, we'll look at their channel. I'm trying to speed things up a little bit, so we'll still get to as many channels in the next hour as we can. I gotta do something in the background here as well. And then we'll see if the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is still on. And then if not, we'll see if Greenland Quilter Katie, I think, was going to be on. Crafty Witch 232 tends to go on at 9 p.m. Eastern. So a little bit later than that, might be an extra hour, but we'll see. Everybody can be prepared for that, of course. And then Stephen Wire, I hope I said hello earlier. I think you've been here for a while. Thank you again, Tim Mitchell. Filth, flarn, filth, flarn, filth. It can be, that's for sure. Yeah, Ucho Meltho with duct tape, yes, or alien tape or something like that. Whistle Stop Homestead is up on the screen right now, and thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Some of this stuff's not showing up in my event list here, unfortunately, but that one luckily did. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. When we look at Whistle Stop Homestead, they say your destination for all things home and outdoors. We've got a vibrant homesteading community even within the Tuber Chat family. This started many years ago. I think 4 years ago was the beginning, and we still find new homesteading channels coming through all the time. So this is one I'm still getting to know. I just watched this, the birthday brisket video. I've never made anything like this myself, as a matter of fact. I don't do a lot of barbecuing. We live in an apartment for the last 10 years, and if you could believe it, there's ticks out there, and multiple times either Kristen or somebody else has actually had them on them. So it's not us I'm so worried about. but we've got a couple of pets here. We've got a couple of cats, and I don't know what the truth is about, like, how you going to get a tick off of a cat before it causes a disaster. So we just don't. But I haven't done any outdoor cooking in literally like years. We did, I think, the first couple of years, but not very much. But I know a lot of friends get involved in both barbecues, smokers, all kinds of stuff. Whistle Stop Homestead has also got a lot of shorts on the channel. These have gotten now into 1,500 views on a couple of them. When we dig through the channel, we see, I should watch one of these videos actually, Shed to House. I think I want to see this one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I just actually want to see it. I say this all the time. For I don't know what reason, other than everybody else feeling the same way, I seem to always be attracted to cabins, tiny homes, cottages, and things like that. And so luckily our homesteading friends, many channels have this kind of thing. Matt and Mouse exclusively has a channel based on a tiny cabin. I say tiny cabin. It's 149 square feet, but they do a great job as well. Whistle Stop Homestead has got quite a few live streams here, and they just did one a few days ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a month already, and then hopefully everybody will connect with Whistle Stop Homestead. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Also monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. And then Foraging and Urban Farming did the same thing. They dropped a super chat, so we're going to look at their channel right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Desert Living, thank you. What I'll do is I don't watch videos while we're on stream ever. But what I will do is I will look at what you're talking about with an AI video. I just made a note for myself to make sure I remember. It'll be only a few more minutes, I think. We're moving faster now. Foraging and Urban Farming at the Hermit House is up on the screen. 884 subscribers. This is a channel I am still getting to know. And it looks like this is more homesteading style content. So we're going to get into the kitchen. We're going to grow a few things by the look of it and have a lot of outdoor footage as well. Probably lots to be learned, as I find from all of our homesteading friends. I've just got the latest video. I put it in that catch-up list that Tim Mitchell always laughs about. It's a fun name for a playlist I use to keep her get caught up with creators. And then shorts on the channel. These have started to get into, wow, 9,000, 10,000, 16,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And I did manage to catch them almost 2 weeks ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. They seem to be doing them fairly frequently, a few times a week. So hopefully we can push them a little bit closer towards the 900 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. Driving Daily said not necessarily to put his channel up, but we will look at it for a brief second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then, oh, thank you. JGP is talking about hashtags in their videos. So thank you for that. It's interesting, I think, for everybody to know. So that we can all, like, I don't expect anybody to, do, I try not to give advice. Even though it probably sounds like it. I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channels or their videos, even though it probably sounds like it sometimes, because I speak so fast, right? I trip over my own sentences as much as anybody would. But the idea is, if we can all learn from each other and add the things we learn here to the things we already know and what we're going to continue to learn, we can all make better decisions for our videos and our channels, myself included. I still try to go back to the fundamentals once in a while. I just watched a TubeBuddy video about end screens again, because it was something that came up recommended for me, but I just want to refresh myself so that I don't lose touch with the things that truly are fundamental in our YouTube journey, right? It's easy to forget. It's easy to get complacent. And I'm sure I do as much as anybody. I just don't want to. Driving Daily is a creator who's truly a dynamic host. What they're doing most often is DoorDash while they live stream. So this is a really cool idea, and I will preach and preach and preach and preach this idea as much as I possibly can out there in the world. That if you have the ability to double dip, especially in today's, kind of climate for the economy and everything, inflation is killing us, everybody. We're all, focused on these grocery store prices, gas prices, everything is just so expensive all the time. If you can double dip, if you can find some kind of a way to have two things paying you at the same time, I would recommend it for anybody at all. I mean, for most of us, we have to work if we can. If not, there's other things we have to do. YouTube for a lot of people is a side hustle. Sometimes it becomes much more than that. But the idea of being able to do DoorDash and live streaming at the same time, that's fantastic. And Driving Daily does a great job of it. So they do much more. They talk about just about anything that would come up like we expect from live streams. They put out a lot of videos as well. They share a lot of tips and tricks. And I notice other drivers come into their live streams to share more tips and tricks with each other so they can all maximize. As well, Driving Daily's got shorts over here. Some of these have done really well. 11,000, 18,000, 36,000. This creator's an auto enthusiast. I think they've got a small collection of cars as well. And then Driving Daily, like I said, will be live. So they might have even come here to drop a super chat while they're live streaming, which is, really cool. I certainly do appreciate it. They've got another channel. I'll just show it to you very, very quickly. Real Thoughts Project. And this is where they expect to get into some really serious conversation, right? So I've been able to catch some videos here, been able, I believe, to catch at least one live stream, a couple. So this is something they've just started, but to get more conversation than they can in the Driving Daily channel. But this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us for a long time as well. I've even lost track of how long Driving Daily's been with us, but I feel like it's a couple of years. I could be getting ahead of myself there. I'm unsure. Trinidadian living in Finland. So Trini in Finland, thank you again for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I think they said they were just about to leave, so forgive the delay. We're just even busier than I would have expected today. This creator is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they have got a lot of cooking videos, and it looks like a lot of really interesting dishes and meals here. So I'll look forward to getting to know the channel. It's brand new, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I will do is take your latest video. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days or so. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And thank you again for the super chat. Thank you, Mariana Latrinia.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community...
Pardon me. I knew I was going to forget or miss one. And Scratch and PPA luckily caught that. Mariana Latrini has done that many times before as well. We'll likely get to spinning the wheel in another few minutes here. And thank you, CraftyWitch232. Word up to you, of course. Mac Movement is here. Forgive me if I didn't say hello earlier. Mariana Latrinia has cooking, vlogs, and lifestyle videos. I'm just going to grab the latest video. Struggle Meal. I don't know if I've even heard that term before, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to check that out. Mariana Latrinia is somebody who's going to give us some spiritual inspiration as well as a lot of interesting, hopefully healthy things that I say hopefully, but it looks like more healthy choices than what I typically make in a day. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten I'm getting tripped up by the new buttons here too. See that? They've changed the way this works. These shorts, wow, have gotten into 8,500, 12,000, 16,000 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. So Mariana Latrinia is live frequently, several times a week. I've been lucky to catch a few of them, not lately, but hopefully I'll catch you again soon. And hopefully everybody will connect with Mariana Latrinia and push her towards the 1,800 subscribers we know she's thinking about. And then High Plains Camper hit 700, which is a great milestone. I find that at about 700, that's where it starts to feel very certain. You know, at 600, you're thinking, okay, it looks like I'm going to get there to the 1,000, let's say. But once you have 700, you're like, oh, it's just a matter of time, you know. And the grind is still on. Michael's Adventures will say that all the time. The grind never ends. Auntie DTV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel with moderators as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll get spinning in a moment. Desert Livin' is up on the screen. They also dropped a super chat. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support, so thank you both. Thank you, Mariana Latrinia. Thank you, Desert Livin'. I thought I was already connected to this channel, but I guess not yet. And they were talking about a video. This one might be what they mean. Is this the video you're talking about? The real cost of free AI copyright and commercial use for Suno. Just let me know, please, if you meant for me to look at something different. Hala hit 600 today, which is a great milestone also. And then, struggle meals, the whole concept behind the Wheel of Misfortune. Okay, that makes sense. I may not have heard Chef CV actually say the words struggle meal then. But it would make sense the way you're putting it now, considering what has to be done over there. Desert Livin' has got a couple of channels, as a matter of fact. So this one here, I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to grab that copyright video, actually, the AI video. Oh, pick anyone. So I don't watch videos while I live stream, but everybody will be able to see these, especially after connecting, that you've got some informative content here. I'm going to take that one and put it in my, I meant to put it in my watch later list. And then what that will allow me to do, of course, like I keep saying about channels that I haven't connected to yet, when I, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll make sure to connect with this channel. And I see their shorts over here. Wow, some of these 77,000, 112,000, 220,000. And then live streams as well. Also an Everything AI live stream as well. So that's interesting to see. And then Desert Livin' has got a channel. I can hear myself screaming at the camera again. I don't know why I keep doing this today. Desert Livin' has a second channel right here. And this one, inspirational Frenchies and living in the Mojave Desert. Videos on this channel. I'm just going to grab another one here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 40,000, 60,000. So this creator's done really well with shorts. And then live streams as well. And they seem to be doing these fairly frequently, approximately once a week on schedule by the look of it. And they've got more information on their About section. So hopefully everybody will connect with Desert Livin' on both of their channels. Yeah, Living Large with L Crew. That's a creator I've actually swapped playlists with as well. Let's think about spinning the wheel. Thank you, Desert Livin', for the super chat, by the way. And we'll see who's coming up.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
John Together Strong is coming up. This is another channel I'm still getting to know. I just watched one of their videos, and this one, these are interesting because they're AI generated, obviously, but really, I don't necessarily use the word cinematic, but there's a lot of production value in these, not to mention the stories that get told within these videos. So informative, but entertaining at the same time. There's my comment right there. A simple comment, but still. And then hopefully everybody will connect with John Together Strong. Like I said, I'm still getting to know the channel, but they've got information on their about section. Looks like they want to help us with healthy eating, healthy living. They've got a couple of shorts over here, one at 1,200 views. And hopefully we can push them towards their first 100 subscribers. They're already at 78, which is great to see. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to take a break, but I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum now. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes. We'll get right back with one of our moderators. Just about back and looking at one of our moderators' channels, Jesse Journals and Unboxes. This is one of the most supportive creators I've met, as I say about all of our moderators. There's really not that many here. There's about 10 that you see regularly and another 10 that have been with us from the beginning. But that's just about it. And these are incredibly supportive creators, but not just to me, to other people. It's probably what drew me to them. It's literally what had, first of all, made me consider them as moderators anyway. I don't want everybody to, have to be bogged down with moderator duties. We try to keep the chat pretty tight, and all of our moderators are very experienced. But Jesse Journals and Unboxes was actually recommended to me by other people more than once, which is really interesting and something very special about this particular creator. Now, she premieres every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on schedule, and she's been doing that for as long as I can remember now. Once in a while, she drops either 2 videos at a time or an extra one during the week if she has to. She just has too much content coming out. This creator does a lot of unboxing videos, traditionally of subscription services. So some of the boxes are mysteries. Sometimes she does a haul, lots of Happy Mail for this creator, and lots of collaborations with other people as well. So she's unboxed all the different kinds of things that you can. She gets into things like postcards we've seen lately, stickers, crafting supplies, bath and beauty products, jewelry, snacks, all kinds of stuff. And she features a lot of the things that she finds in the unboxing videos on her shorts, and we see that here, some of the washi tape, washi stickers, other crafting supplies here lately, hence the name change. Many people may not have seen, but a while back, it's quite a while back now, she changed the name of the channel to focus more on the journaling, the collages, the things that are made with the things that are unboxed, if that makes any sense. So a lot of creativity here, and Jesse Journals and Unboxes does a really good job of giving a thorough description of all of the different things she finds, all of the different things that she makes, and then the motivation behind the collaborations as well. This creator's gotten to 2,000 views, 2,300 on some of these shorts videos. You see the jewelry throughout, snacks are here in the middle of everything, more crafting supplies. You get the idea. This creator also has done plenty of live streaming. She does these sporadically now. She is another creator who's so supportive to others. Her support for us has gone up over the years. That's a tough trick. But she's so supportive that she can go live anytime she wants, and she will have a flood of support in her chat because of all that she does for other people. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. I'll try to move as quick as I can now for the next half hour.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And then Palazzo Place is up on the screen right now. This is Jen Palazzo in the chat. This creator's in South Florida, and they bring us a lot of outdoor footage that's going to show us some weather that can change literally on a snap and get pretty wild down there. This creator is also going to bring us furry friends on the channel, especially in the shorts videos. We get to see a little bit more of a look at that and a lot more outdoor footage here. So some of these shorts have really moved, 2,300, 2,700, 4,200, which is great to see. And Palazzo Place is officially on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. She is a very enthusiastic creator that is responsible for plenty of thumbs up on this channel because of her energetic and friendly reminders. I appreciate those thumbs up. And then let's spin, see who's coming up.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Chocolate Drop is here. This is another longtime friend. Now she is moving pretty quickly here. The channel's working on 2,400 subscribers, what I know this creator for more than anything actually is cooking now. She went on a cruise many months ago. She brought us some footage from that. But this creator will take us on tours of a lot of different large retailers like CVS and TJ Maxx, and she has a plantuary, as she calls it. Lots of people get very much into plants in the home. She does plenty of this, and she's always smiling and laughing and singing and doing all kinds of things. She takes us out on the road there, I see from some of the thumbnails also. This creator has a special story right now because she had this Christmas short at 52,000 for a long time, and then she made this one at 287,000 that I think is still getting views. And I bet that partially because of the success of this short, one that she put out recently, or pretty close after, got 79,000 views. Now they're having a good time, so that might just be on the merit of the short itself. But I hope everybody will watch these couple because we saw this creator do this. And what I mean by that is these shorts have really blown up pretty quickly. And I'm sure Chocolate Drop is very excited about it, but I like to look at some of these just to see exactly what was done. And I promise you, this one here is very simple. Now, I can't do what she did, and I'm not saying everybody, should just like try to do the same thing, but she just had instinct and just managed to do something that popped, which is a great idea. So I hope everybody's filming as many ideas as you can think of that might work for your channel. Of course, we have to think about our niche, our category, or if you're doing variety, whatever it is. But I love stories like this. So Chocolate Drop also has been a longtime dear friend. She's literally been with us for years. Is it 4 years already? Or could I be mistaken about that? I might be getting ahead of myself there, but it feels like it. And you see what I mean. She's always smiling, always laughing. She's cooking or baking up a storm. And this creator's always got people coming in and out of the live streams. And she does a great job of keeping up with the chat as well. She always comes back to the camera while she's streaming. So hopefully everybody will connect with It's Chocolate Drop. And then High Plains Camper still in the house. Canadian Family Life is here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing names. I really cleaned up the wheel when I went on the last break there. And members and moderators will always be added onto the wheel, even if I've removed them. I just take names off the wheel if I haven't seen somebody in 20 minutes or half an hour.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
We're going to look at Henry Leslie Vermont's channel today. I had put Yes Nomads on the wheel, but I don't think they're still here. I'll put them back on if they are. Henry Leslie Vermont is out there supporting every day. I see them almost every single day. Kevino. Dorian. Can you believe it's only the second time in my life that somebody's called me Kevino? But the first time that happened, it was literally in like grade school. It was in, I don't know, 8th grade probably, and I fell apart when I heard that. Jeremy D-Day is up on the screen. This creator's actually been with me for 6 years, longer than Superchat's even been a channel. So it's interesting to see some of these creators who we've known for so long that are still coming around as often as they can. Jeremy D-Day's here almost every stream as well. I know not everybody can be, but I just like to recognize it from time to time because I know people are making extra effort for that. But Jeremy D-Day, after 900 of these live streams is still coming back as often as he can. He's got a couple of channels now. He's bringing more variety to us. He's doing some train spotting, which is interesting. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I'll be happy to see that. I watched one of his videos earlier today. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 15,000, 28,000, 69,000. Now, he lets us know he's doing food and movie reviews, shorts, vlogs, and he's always done a little bit of variety as well. And he's got a live stream coming up. He's been doing a lot of live streaming lately. I caught him for one a couple of weeks ago, another month before that or two. 1,300 subscribers on this channel, but GD, if I could type, night 7, oh goodness, JD Night 7, this is where we know Jeremy, where I've known Jeremy for the last 6 years. This creator is going to do a lot more talk about music on this channel. So I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see what he's done for the last one. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 135,000, 384,000, and one over 900,000 views. These are all celebrity shout-outs, by the way, but some of these have done really spectacularly, and then live streams on the channel as well. So up to a few months ago, he was live streaming over here. He's live streaming on the other channel more often now, but that's great to see. And then Doran managed to come up with that earlier in the stream. I didn't catch it the first time around, but it did make me laugh.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
I'm shooting myself in the foot by saying this, but yeah, channel spotting isn't the worst name somebody could come up with for a Grow stream, by the way. And then Anti-DTV is up on the screen right now. This is a brand new channel for us. Now, I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. It's much longer than 3 minutes here, at over 6 minutes. I'm going to put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up. I'll subscribe and put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days or so. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then a simple family lifestyle. Look at that. You're just talking in the chat and your channel's coming up.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
See, now we're moving. Now we're getting through channels. The Gross Bargain Emporium, Steph. I think she's off now. We'll look for Greenland Quilter Katie. I'm looking in the background here. I just want to see who's on that we can raid into. Are you going to be... I'm just asking Greenland Quilter Katie if she's going to be on longer than another 20 minutes, because then we can raid into her live stream and continue to meet friends over there. I'm not thinking about it. Michael's Adventures is also dropping his premiere. He's on every day at 8 o'clock. Pardon me. So, A Simple Family Lifestyle. Oh, I'm asking in the chat. I'm not going to be able to hear the response. Never mind. Pardon me. A Simple Family Lifestyle is up on the screen. And this creator is... actually, they've got 2 different channels. So over here, they're talking about motivational quotes and more. lifestyle content, recipes, food vlogs, they say. You get an idea from the thumbnails, all the different variety, but a lot of cooking videos over here we've seen. I'm just going to grab one of the latest ones. This one looks like it might be, I was going to say it's music, but it's not. It looks like it's visiting a venue. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 2,500, 3,200 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. These are unattended live streams, so they're on right now. This is an example of what I was talking about, where live streams are set up where people can kind of trickle in and out and then connect if they want to while they're there. A Simple Family Lifestyle 2 is a second channel they've got set up here. They've got shorts on this one, now at 1,300 views, and then more unattended live streams over here. I catch these once in a while. So hopefully everybody will connect with A Simple Family Lifestyle. We'd love to push this channel towards its 900, and we'll see where the other one was at. I'm sure they're promoting the channel, I'm assuming. Crafty Witch 232 is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. And boy, am I just racing now. Oh, thank you, Scratch and PPA. So Greenland Quilter Katie just started. So we got a couple of different things that we can see. We'll drop links to both of those. But I can't remember if we've rated Katie lately. Crafty Witch 232. This is Andy. We'll talk about her content in a second.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
So I'm going to get to as many channels in the next 15 minutes as I can. Pardon me, 15 minutes as I can. We can't guarantee getting to every channel, even those on the wheel. But I'm cutting the streams now, like right at the 3-hour mark. First of all, because my voice, we can hear it. I've been losing it for the last 2.5 hours. But we want to think about our moderators and our friends as well. I really do appreciate, and I will be forever, like eternally grateful for the fact that people have spent so much time here supporting these streams and me and us and what we're doing. But I don't want to... we never want to take advantage of that kind of thing, or a better way of putting it is taking it for granted. You know what I mean? I certainly hope that none of our moderators or our friends feel anything like that. We can't be sure. I hope everybody remembers to thank their moderators. I try to remember. I don't always. But I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way that they are if it was not for their help. I'm sure we all understand that. Crafty Witch 232, 5,200 subscribers. As far as I have seen, and I know she's confirmed a million times, but I just keep saying it for the chat's benefit for everybody else watching. But Andy has grown this channel 100% organically. It is one of the fastest growing channels we've seen grow in that way in the Superchat family. The reason why I put so much focus on that, there's different ways to grow, but it depends on what we want as a result for our YouTube channel, whether or not to consider the different ideas. My stance will probably always be that 100% organic is the best way, because then you can maximize every single thing on your channel to the best of your ability. If you grow in some of the different ways, you will not be able to maximize ever after, right? Everything we do on our channel that's a major decision can affect it forever after. So Crafty Witch 232, I put a lot of focus on that because it's truly impressive. Now, Andy is on every night, or pretty close to it. And this creator's got a handful of videos. They give us a bit of a look into what they're doing, but they actually craft a lot of different things. Cross-stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads, and more. Shorts on this channel give you an insight to some of the pop culture references that come through and the things that Andy makes for the purpose of selling, as a matter of fact. And then this creator. Some of the shorts here have gotten into 10,000, 14,000 views. My dear goodness. And then live streams on the channel. This creator's on almost every day, usually vertical live streams like this. Sometimes they collaborate with other people, so they'll do a StreamYard panel. But most often they're doing these vertical live streams, and you can see they're doing really well with these. And they're on for hours at a time. 2 hours here, 6 hours there, 5 hours there. You see what I mean? Creating, crochet, and much more. They do some cross stitch, they do some other things, but you see what I mean. This creator's also monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And CraftyWitch232 is incredibly supportive. I run into them in other people's premieres and live streams all the time, maybe every day, pretty close to it. So it's great to see somebody finding that kind of success and being that busy and still being out supporting other people. As long as we all do as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And then, so what I'm going to do here, oh my dear goodness, I'm flipping windows all over the place. I'm going to try to get a link for Greenland Quilter, Katie, and Michael's Adventures.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So I'm going to put her link up right now, and then I'm also going to try to get Michael. And we'll talk about Matt and Mouse. I mentioned them for a second. They've actually got a website as well. They're fellow Canadians, and they bring us a lot of outdoor footage because they've got a cabin. And I talk about this because I was taken away with this channel right away. First of all, they do a great job. Oh, you got the pack-out system too. I just saw that the other day. I don't have the pack-out system. I use something else for my parts with my job. I just use Motomaster, and they're not Motomaster, Maximum, the Canadian Tire brand of those. I have some DeWalt ones, but the pack-out system is out of control. And what I'm talking about is when we use things like screws and plugs and nuts and bolts and everything else, even small tools, it can help to have them in one of those systems. There it is right there. Really, really cool for organization. Not a surprise that they're using something like that, though, if I didn't notice before. So 149 square feet. And when you look at this channel, you're going to get an idea of all the things they have to deal with, the trials, the tribulations, the considerations for how to do things either off-grid or out in the wilderness. I'm just going to grab the latest video. They did kind of a unreleased moments. That's interesting. Actually, I was going to say a best of the year, but it's unreleased moments, which is really, really cool. I'm assuming Michael's Adventures is still here. And then I'm going to see if I can grab his link very, very quickly here. Oh, a 3D printer stream? Yes, absolutely. I love that stuff. Over a lifetime, I've got better at organization. Kristen would laugh if she heard me say that right now because my desk in the office, if we want to call it that, our spare room is a disaster right now. Couldn't show you if I wanted to. 11th. I don't know where Michael's premiere is right now. So forgive me, I usually don't ask, but I will ask this time for the moderators, if you can. If Michael's here, if not, then maybe Pete, if you don't mind grabbing his link and putting it in the chat. Even the same way as I did with Katie, like raid Michael, if you don't mind. And thank you. Because his channel, trying to get to the premiere by digging through, I'm not able to do it without holding us up. Matt and Mouse is up on the screen here. Almost 2,300 subscribers, which is great to see. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,600 views, 1,700. So you'll see when you get to the channel, both of these creators are dynamic hosts, but they have a great back and forth between the two of them. And then the website shows you they take their YouTube journey very seriously. They've done some live streams, a couple of them with Jason, actually, from Just Jason Keto in that Homestead Hangout that I talk about when his channel's up. And then, Glorious Platter, forgive me, no, I'm dying today. We are very busy, and I'm having the hardest time keeping up with anything. Sarah's Happy Hives, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Henry Leslie, Vermont is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. I'm gonna have to figure something out for another feature. I think I know what I'm gonna do to try to add some help to this these streams so that I can get through some more content regardless of story time, if that makes sense. And then thank you, Scratch and PPA, for that. So I'll leave Katie's up. We'll officially raid her. I'll set the live redirect to hers for today. And then likely next week we'll either be on Tuesday or Wednesday again. And then when we do that one, we'll plan to raid into Michael. I gotta remember this. And Henry Leslie, Vermont is up on the screen. And when we look at this channel, this creator's bringing us more wilderness, lots of trail cam footage. So they give us an idea on the about section here. Vermont wildlife. And then they post frequently, as you can see, so every other day or so. I'm going to grab the longer of the two videos that you have here because every minute matters when we're talking about watch hours, right? So I'll put that in my catch-up list for today. And then for anybody else connecting, hopefully you'll grab at least one video that's over 3 minutes. There's plenty of them on the channel. They've expanded their content a little bit, but lots of trail cam footage here. And forgive me if I'm not describing it right, but that's what I gather from like the way that the camera's set up. 4,900, 6,500 views on a couple of these. I was just talking about a smoker. There's one right there. A friend of mine just bought one, by the way, and I'm not sure if it was brisket he was making. He had some huge hunk of beef on the thing, and boy, was he excited, I'm sure. And then look at this, lots of winter weather here as well. So they've done some live streaming. Hopefully everybody will connect with Henry Leslie, Vermont. Like I said, I run into them regularly, and they're out every day supporting other people on YouTube. I run into them in chats all the time. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel on the screen. The source is coming up.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Yeah, Michael's Adventures premieres twice a day. As Pete's saying, they're 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. he does a traffic watch series, and then at 8 p.m. it's a wildlife series. And they're both half an hour each, usually, sometimes longer. And he allows us, like all of our moderators do, an opportunity to continue connecting the same way we do here. The source is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that is going to help you meet more friends. Ever since Storin started coming into the Tuber Chat family, they started sending friends over right away. Now some of those friends are sending friends in here also. So this is fantastic. And it's been a very long time since I've seen a community like this. It's not like the source is a grow channel the way we would have traditionally talked about them years ago. But the source has given us a mix of content from both the creator and a lot of promoting of other channels. He's doing things in a pretty unique way here. Lots of interviews of other creators and plenty of shorts as well. Shorts is pure variety over here. Sometimes it's Doran at the beach. That's what I've caught from him most often when it comes to live streaming. But look at all of the... First of all, he's got a colorful wheel. We love colorful wheels like this, of course. But this creator also has a lot of interviews. So he'll introduce you to more friends Some you'll recognize from here in the Tuber Chat family, but plenty that we have not yet met, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with the source. He's working on 3,000 subscribers, which I have always said is a very telling marker. I think he's doing it 100% organically too. I think so. Not that it really makes that much of a difference, but I just mention it because there's a very big difference in the different ways to connect, and I hope everybody's catching my hints when I say this stuff. I'm just trying to be right. Yeah, no, Michael's Adventures, I'm gonna cut the stream. I don't we just can't get to every channel. Hopefully everybody's just connecting with each other either way in the chat during the time that we're here, but I'm gonna cut the streams at 3 hours regardless of the wheel and everything else. We've been able to get through almost every channel lately, but tonight we're just not gonna make it, and I do appreciate everybody with their patience. Of course, I'm thinking about ideas to try to help so that we can make sure we're keeping up with our promises to feature channels and things like that. And I think I have an idea. So Home by Design with Marilyn is up on the screen, and this creator is going to help us with design, both indoors and outdoors. They're going to help us with some budget-friendly ideas as well. They've got a different kind of grocery haul here as well. That's interesting to see. I'm going to take this latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them myself. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,400 views, 3,000 views, which is great to see. A little bit of variety, some more cooking videos here. And then live streams on the channel. Up to last year, they were doing some of these. We'll see if they're going to continue. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. Yes, that's it for time for today. I'll run our end screen. That will put us over by a few minutes. Forgive me for the channels we didn't get to today. I do try to get to as many channels as I can. Today was overwhelmingly busy. I didn't expect that at all. But I'll find a way that we can condense a few things to get more channels on the screen. Scratch and PPA is a beloved and dedicated moderator. I wouldn't be able to do the live streams the way they are if it wasn't for our moderators. I make as many mistakes as anybody, probably many more a lot of the time, and luckily our moderators are able to catch that. There is extreme dedication here and true caring of other people and the YouTube journey. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA and our other moderators. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. We'll go right now, and I'll play the end screen for 3.5 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections here, and then we'll see you over in hopefully Greenland Quilter Katie's and Michael's Adventures. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up for the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team, let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchats got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty badges and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Superchat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.